Welcome, welcome, welcome. So we got an early start. All because, first of all, my hair is wild and out of control. All because I wanted to first talk about what today is. And today is December the 1st, which is National World AIDS Day. And I wanted to take an opportunity to just talk about HIV/AIDS. And it is a pandemic. And we want to make sure that we do all that we are supposed to do to uh, to cancel this contract. And what I mean is making sure that you are careful, not having unprotected sex, and making sure that you know your status. Okay? Make sure that you are being educated. Make sure that you are setting yourself up for a healthy love life, all of that. But you got to make sure you got to first know your status. A lot of times people are scared to get that test because they know they have lived a wild little lifestyle. Well, I want to tell you this. It's a lot of people that have HIV/AIDS and they were not out partying, drinking, doing all of that. So we have to stop trying to associate it with risky living, okay? Or party lifestyle and all of these different things. When I talk about HIV/AIDS, and I know about it because I deal with it myself. I deal with it myself every day in my life. Meds in the morning, making sure I'm not stressed, making sure my blood pressure is not high, making sure I have a healthy atmosphere to live in, and just living my best life. But I was not out in the street when I was diagnosed. I was a housewife, cleaning house, take care of kids, all of that. So I'm telling you this because sometimes people think because you are not out there living any kind of way or whatever, that you are not at risk for HIV. But the thing is, this is not about you being at risk. This is about knowing your status. When somebody gets involved with you, knowing, what's going on with your body, knowing, and you need to know. You need to know for yourself what's going on with your body. HIV is a virus and it attacks the immune system. But the good news is if you are diagnosed positive, you have a long, healthy life to live. The medications that they have now will as long as you adhere, will keep you, in good health. But the thing is, you have to take your meds. Okay. Also, it could bring you to a status of undetected, being undetectable, meaning that you cannot transmit or you cannot give this to anyone else. So, like I said, this ain't back in the day where you get diagnosed, you die. You get diagnosed, if you have the positive test, make sure you get in the clinic, make sure you get in a good clinic that cares about you, okay? That'll take the time, the personal time to educate you, to take that fear out of your heart and let you know it's just a different lifestyle you have to live now. You have to be more conscious of your health, okay? So get tested, know your status because you got a lot more life to live. All right, y'all. So in just a few minutes, we're going to be getting into the show. All right. So after these messages, we'll be right back.
Holding on, Jackies. You better believe I'm holding on, Queen Jackies. Holding on. You better believe I'm holding on. Holding on. You better believe I'm holding on.
on my
Oh.
end.
So look, I was so excited. I was like, "Oh, let me get myself together. We're gonna have a good show tonight." Oh my God, y'all! My sister is on Sisters United.
I'm here.
Yes, and we're gonna talk. Look, y'all know this show is about women. It's about what inspires us, what empowers us. You know, our love for God, because y'all know we love the Lord.
Yeah.
Amen. But this for the next couple of months, I'm going to be interviewing powerful women of God, but business owners, entrepreneurs, you know, just some doing something, because I want to encourage your spirit to be who you are called to be. Okay, so all right, so let's get into my guests, y'all. Okay, Jackie Curry,
Yes.
a realtor, business owner, lavish occasions. And let me tell you, y'all, I am a fan of lavish occasions because, baby, when you walk into an event done by lavish occasions, baby, you feel like you have walked into a royal affair. Okay, so let's start with with real estate, with you being a realtor. Let's talk about how you developed your interest in that.
Um, I was living in Kansas City for 20 years plus. I relocated back to Houston, and believe it or not, my background in my field, I was unable to find a job. So I'm like, oh, I like real estate. I love everything about a house, from the moment you walk into it to just showing the house. And most importantly, I like on the end when I sell my clients a home and they get that wow factor. When they walk into a house and they start crying, okay, this is your house. Let me do everything possible to get you this house.
Yeah.
So I went to real estate school for a while, came out, took the exam. By the grace of God, passed. It took me 3 times. I'm not going to even lie. It's a hard exam. They say if you can become a realtor, you can be an attorney. That's how hard the
Oh,
exam is.
oh my Lord.
So by the grace of God, he's been covering me ever since. And that's how I became a realtor. And it works for me between lavish occasion, because what I
Yeah.
do is marry you, then I sell you a house, and I do your baby shower, and I just keep it all going.
Keep it going.
Seriously.
I mean, to listening to you talk about because I, you know me, look, I always tell people I stalk everybody. Facebook allows you to stalk everybody. And the homes that you show, and being able to walk a family into this, to a new life like that, it has to be satisfying. It's got to be something fulfilling for you to be at that moment when somebody get their key.
Oh, it's real fulfilling. And it just feels like I'm going through the motions with them. I mean, it's an emotional roller coaster, and to become a homeowner for the first time and see how happy those people is and everything that it took for them. And most of them saved for years to become a homeowner. And for me to be a part of that is a great thing. And I love it. So it's
Awesome.
fascinating. Yes.
So, you said you had took the test 3 times. I love for people to hear that story, that you did not give up. You know, because some people are in the, you know, in that since COVID, a lot of entrepreneurs have you know stepped up and started pursuing their dreams. You know,
Right.
and I think it's important for them to hear, you know, how it was for you to go through that. You know, I got to take the test again, but I'm going to take it again. What was your mindset during that time?
Um, I'm not gonna lie, it was an emotional roller coaster, but what kept me sane was my love for God. And I know that He did not bring me this far to leave me.
Come
So
on.
with that, I would come home, I would have my daughters and they would read it to me, and we would practice and go over it and go over it and go over it. And every time I went and you look and you miss it by 1 point, it just gave me the strength to go back again. And that
Wow.
third time when I went back and I passed that exam, I told that lady, you have to excuse me for a moment. I praise God all the way from the back to the front. And it's one of those quiet places and everybody's going, shh. And the lady looked at me and said, baby, give him all the praise. And from there on, it's just been a great thing. But what's important is you cannot give up. God did
Mm.
not bring you that far to leave you, and you have
I
to have faith. You really do.
have to have faith. Very important. Very important
Yeah.
because you know, like I say, when you like you say emotional roller coaster, when you are, and I think that foundation of Jesus Christ, the foundation of God, and just knowing how to trust him, and him saying get back in there, do it again, or try again. I think it's important that a lot of us black women understand that no matter if a person, because we have outside voices now that
Oh yeah.
love to attack during that time. They love to kick you, like they say, when they think you down.
Yes.
So I think that's a powerful thing what you just shared, because you have to rally people around you too.
Mhm. You
Did
do.
I mean, with your children and everything, was was that important for you to make sure during that time?
That was very important. And also, I had the strength of my husband. He's very quiet. He's in the background, but he's that mule that won't ever give up on me. And whenever I get slowful, he kind of, prick me with that
Nudge.
prod, like, go, you have to keep going. And for me, that's a good thing, you know.
Yes.
But what I want to say about real estate is that it's an excellent field. Realtors right now, the field is inundated with realtors. It means that you can find a dime a dozen. That's how many that are out there. But what separates myself and other people as being a realtor is you have to be true to yourself first. You have to believe in God, and He will, do the rest of the work for you. In other words, you guys have friends and family everywhere that know somebody. Everybody need a place to live, whether it's an
True.
apartment or it's a rental house, or they want to actually take the plunge and buy a home. All of those people are there for you. You just have to trust it.
So how is the market right now?
The market right now is a seller's market, and believe it or not, it's crazy. Houses aren't even lasting on the market for 2 hours.
Hmm.
Seriously, the last listing I had, I posted it at 8 and it was sold by 10:30. And I mean,
Whoa.
the apartments and the lease houses are the same way. You don't wait till the last minute, because right now it's a seller's market. The rent has increased. The price of homes have increased $50,000 or more. If you can hold out from buying a home to like January, between January and March of next year, the market is slowly turning back around. And that
Wow.
way you can state your own price for a home.
Okay. So can you fill us in on some of the things we need to do to get prepared for buying a home?
Yes, I have surrounded myself with a great team of people. For example, if you need credit repair, I have some of the best people that help you repair your credit. We have a 99.9% successful rate. The longest you can stay in credit repair is 6 to 12 months. If you're serious about it, and she will tell you what you need, you follow her step by step, and within that time frame, you'll be buying your home. I also have lenders that I work with, and we're all African American women that's making it happen. And we
Uh-huh.
have formed a great team. We have inspectors, appraisals, everything that you need to make that home buying experience a success. We have it for you. You don't have to go anywhere. We're a one-stop shop for real estate.
And that's awesome too, because it's so much fear when you go into that. A lot of people have not even they don't even know that they can, because they're so busy renting, that, and they just don't think that they can. What would you
And
tell
they
them?
can.
Yeah.
Do you have first time home buyers assistance that's different for different people? I mean, it only takes a credit score of 580 points credit score to purchase a home. But that's also what you using your own money down. If you are like down payment assistant, you must have a minimum score of 620. But that will get you your down payment assistance. Then they have other programs, or sometimes the sellers will help you with closing costs. What a lot of people don't know is that those are two separate things. Down
Uh,
payment is down payment, closing costs is closing costs. A lot of
uh,
people confuses the two, but they are two separate things. But there
uh,
are companies out there right now that's paying those fees for you. You just need to be diligent or willing enough to want to purchase a home, and you can.
yeah.
And my
It
job
takes
is to tell you step by step what you need to do in order for you to purchase your home.
Wow.
So, and
You
a lot of people don't even know you only need, if you have money just sitting over there in the bank and your credit score is at least 580, invest in yourself. That's what I tell
Yeah.
people all the time. Invest in yourself. By you buying a home, that's an investment. When
Yes.
you go to sell that home, that's your money. That's an investment. Hi, Rita.
Yes.
Hi. How are you?
I'm good. So, you just have to invest in yourself.
Yes, yes. We're talking about owning a home, honey. Look, this is a much needed talk for me because I'm getting ready to make a leap. Hallelujah.
Make
So,
that.
Yes.
so like you say, it's a lot of information that people don't know about, and I think that we definitely are going to share a lot of information on how people can get in contact with you. You know, a lot of people think they have to have a two income household. You know, it's a lot of fears that people have when it comes to owning a home. You know, they think about, like you said, it's some people that will help you with this and help you with that. So I'm hoping that today somebody that's listening will be able to get in contact with you, and get the information that they need.
So what I
Oh,
tell people, Queenie, without cutting you off, is if
no
you
problem.
can afford an apartment, you can afford a home. Believe it or not, owning homes is cheaper than paying an apartment or leasing a home. My husband and I recently bought our a home in Fresno area. Not only is our rent cheaper, our electric bill is cheaper, everything's cheaper when you owning your own home. So I tell everybody, if you can pay rent, you can buy your home.
Come on now. I know that's right.
Everybody
I
need a
know
place
that's
to live. You just have to invest in yourself. Take the first leap of home ownership is fear. Once we get over ourselves and that fear factor, everything
right.
else is smooth sailing.
Wow. Now, is this the same for getting a house built?
No, getting a house built is a little bit different. The processes are different, but um the end result is the same. You will have a new home. And if that's the route that you want to go, I caution our people and I tell them up front, if you want a new bill, what I need you to do is save an extra $300 to $500 a month, because on new bill you don't have taxes in your mortgage, and at the
Oh,
end of the year you're going to get a big tax bill wanting those taxes. And if you notice now, a lot of people have lost their homes. You probably know somebody personally that have lost their new bill within the first year. It's because they couldn't do the taxes and nobody prepared them up front to save for the taxes.
wow. Wow, that's some good information. I mean, because you hear people say all the time, I'm getting my house built from the ground up, and don't really understand that process. That's good information.
It's a process, and if you get with the correct, a good bender, a builder, they will share that information with you. If you get with
Wow.
a good one, most of the time they're just out for making the sales right now. If you want new bill and you went to go look at a house last week, for example, it was 250. You go this week, it's 325. But what the government has done with new bills is they have put a cap on it because they kept seeing the increase over time for the people that want the new bill, and the people started complaining that every time I go, the prices are getting higher and higher and higher. So now they can no longer do that. They have a ceiling on it.
Wow.
Right.
Wow. So 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 when we get in contact with you, we say we ready. We say we ready. Do and I don't know if I already asked this, but when I show up with you, what do I need in hand? What do I
You don't need anything in hand. That's the other biggest fear about being a realtor, is that a lot of people think, well, you're my friend, so I don't want you to be my realtor. As realtors, we don't see any of your finances. None. I don't even ask you for it. And if a realtor asks you for your finances and stuff, you need to run, because we don't get that. The only somebody that gets that is the lender. That's it. And right now in this world, and we speaking frankly, there's a lot of scams out there. And we
yeah.
know somebody that personally just got scammed last week. A realtor, they thought they were giving a realtor $3,500 down payment on the house. You don't give realtors money, period. We don't see
Uh,
anything about your finances. So when you come to me, I am going to ask you 4 questions. I'm going to ask you, what do you think your credit score is today. I'm going to ask you, have you had any late pays within the last 12 months? I'm going to ask you, have you had any repos? And I'm going to ask you, at least, do you have $3,500 saved? If
Oh,
all four of those are the right way, then I'm going to say you can go to the lender. And then
wow.
everything else, the lender gets everything else. The realtors do not.
Wow. So, one of the things that people have been I've been hearing in conversations when we go let's go back to credit, right? Is getting secured credit cards, getting all kinds of stuff. What can you say about all of that? What can you I mean,
Be
because it's so
careful when you go out there to do all of that, especially if you don't have a professional credit repair person helping you. The
yeah.
biggest thing about credit is that your income to debt ratio, your credit cards needs to be 10% or less. For example, if you have a credit card that has a max of $300, you need to use no more than $30 of that every month to keep you within your debt to income ratio. That's where
Wow.
a lot of people get in trouble at, because they figure like, oh, I got all these credit cards, but your debt to income ratio is showing 90% because all of them are maxed out.
Whoa.
And then the lender won't lend you money because all of your credit cards are maxed out. So you must use your utilization rate has to be 10% or less on all of your credit cards or
Wow.
your revolving debt period.
Because people getting these credit cards, baby, and be like, I'm going shopping.
And they do. They do. Go shopping. Rita's laughing. They go shopping.
I'm going shopping. I'm about to get this and that and
But
oh
if
my
you're
God.
gonna go shopping on that $300 limit credit card and you charge 100, at least pay $90 of that 100 to get you
Yeah,
down to where you need to be.
yeah, yeah,
If not, pay it all. But
yeah.
I tell people it's unfortunate that we're all known by numbers, but credit is very important, and I just don't see that going anywhere anytime soon.
No, it's
You know,
not. It's not. I'm in a me and my husband went to we're in credit repair right now,
mhm.
and I be skeptical about people, because they be like, I need all of this, and I be like, I don't, because
Okay,
you
and,
just say,
and let's talk about credit repair, because not everybody is going to repair your credit. You
yeah,
need to stay on top of that as well. If you know that you have paid somebody for months and you don't see any results, you need to check your credit repair.
come
Um,
on,
that's just the way it is. I get a lot of people that go, I've paid her for 2 years and she hasn't even ran my credit, or, but why did you sit there for 2 years? So,
yeah,
as God's people, we're going to have to take control of our own reign, so to speak, and just don't give your money away. Credit repair is expensive. You should
yeah,
start seeing results within 30 to 60 days. If you don't,
yeah,
then start questioning your credit repair person. What are you
yeah,
doing? What do I need to be doing? Because if you're with the right credit repair person, she's going to be looked at that long term. She's going to tell you, hey, sis, everything on here is negative. Right now, your score is not bad, but maybe you need to build some positive credit. Here's
yeah,
12 different ways for you to build positive credit. A lot of people promote self. Yeah, you
yeah,
can start a self line and you can pay yourself and all of that, but sometimes you need extra stuff. I mean, you
yeah,
have the experience boost out there, which is free. A lot of people don't even know that. But if you need to get with the right credit repair person, that's going to lead you to where you need to go. And it don't take years.
yeah,
It
yeah.
don't take years of you giving your money to credit repair. No.
Wow,
Yeah. So
wow,
that also, just like everything else, if it's not working for you and you feel like you're being scammed, you probably are. I mean, that's just the way it is. So let's take a step back, take a look at that, and see, what am I getting for all the monies that I'm paying a month for credit repair. If your credit hasn't moved at least by 30 points, and then you need to start looking at something different.
yeah,
And I get that every day. Every
wow. Rita, you got any questions before we take a break and come back? You got any questions?
Um, not really.
Not yet.
Uh,
Well,
this
well,
is- I was gonna ask about the inflation rate that's going on now that I'm hearing about in real estate. So is it a good time to purchase homes now, or well, I'm hearing it's not because of the inflation rate with the uh the home buying homes and apartments and all of that stuff has went up.
Well, I'm gonna
And
answer it this way, Miss Rita. You've heard of six on one hand, half dozen on the other. When I
mhm.
say that, I have not heard in terms of inflation the way you're speaking about it, because if you have the credit score and the money necessary to buy a house, it is a good time for you. Want me to tell you why? Because the interest rate is the lowest it's ever been.
Oh,
Ever. You can buy a house now with less than 3% interest rate. It's like 2.57. So
oh
on the
my.
flip side, yes, it's a seller's market, and the sellers know because the interest rate is so low that everybody now has jumped to buy a house. So they are literally naming the price that they want for their home. But
Mm.
that greediness is what I was telling Apostle Daniels is slowly turning around. It's in a few more months, it's not going to be a seller's market any longer. This is the longest it's been a seller market in years. Normally, it's a buyer's market, but because the interest rate is so low, that it has made this a seller's market. And it's crazy out there. I was telling her, I did a listing. I posted the house at 8, 10:30, it was sold. That's
Oh
how
wow.
fast it's going. But it seems like everybody have all this money in hand, and then the interest rate again. And they are really buying these houses left and right. And the investors are cleaning up the market. So
Mm.
what's going to happen within the next year or two, you're going to see all of these lease homes because the investors have bought up a lot of the homes.
Yeah.
So
Mm,
Oh my
wow.
God.
That's interesting.
Okay,
don't look
y'all.
at it as inflation that way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, y'all. We got to take a break. When we come back, we're going to get into lavish occasions because listen, look, I'm a big fan, and I got a Valentine's Day thing coming up. I might have to, recruit. But we're gonna take a break. When we come back, we're gonna continue talking with our guest, Jackie Curry. Praise God.
Hey,
Amen.
thank you.
And we're gonna get into talking about some decor after
Yes.
these messages.
All righty.
Don't y'all hate when somebody be like, how's your little business going? Like, it's big energy, big business.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? It's me, JD, of JD's Man Cave. And we're having a show where educated black men are educating black men. Y'all make sure y'all tune in on Saturday nights at 7 o'clock. See y'all there.
Join Pastor Jackson and friends as we rightly divide the word of truth. You can find My Gospel Soul on Facebook, Twitter, but you can also find me, Janice Jackson, on Facebook and Twitter as well. Now, to keep up with us, also on the Janice Jackson Ministries website. That's at www.janicejacksonministries.yolasite.com. And remember, with God, all things are possible.
Today, December the 1st, is World AIDS Day. It's very important that you wear the ribbon, get tested, and know your status. All right, welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. All right. Uh-oh, Apostle on. All right. All right. Okay, now y'all know this is what I've been waiting on right here. Listen. Now she is already, look, I'm already ready for my house now. Now I got a couple of fears out of the way. Some things I got to get in order, you know. And now it's time to just get into lavish occasions. Now talk to us about lavish occasions.
Lavish Occasions is a full service event planning business. We do weddings, baby showers, anniversaries, corporate events, church events. We do it all. And Lavish Occasion is my baby. I've been doing events for a little over 20 years now. So I really love how everything's come together when I do the events, and to see the people, because I keep the whole weddings and the entire secret from the bride. You give me your vision and I make your vision come to light. And most of the time when they come in there, they can't even get down the aisle because they want to stop and see everything. So
Yeah.
that's how I keep lavish occasions alive.
Now, how did I gotta know? How did you get started? What was that a passion? What happened?
It was a passion, and it was a fear more so than everything else. I would go to these weddings and I would sit back and I would look, oh, it takes a lot of time to do these, and I would see all the brides so stressful. And when it came down to I think my first wedding or so, I was like, I'm gonna do this. And I did it. And my wedding was the first one that I did years ago. And I didn't branch out the floor aspect until when I moved back from Kansas City to Houston, again, unable to find a job. And I just looked at something and God told me, you can do this. And from
Mm.
that, I started making my bouquets, and then my bouquet business just flourished. And now I mail them all 50 states across the world. So
Wow.
lavish occasions just kind of blossom, but
Wow.
all with the grace of God.
Wow. Wow. This show is giving me life tonight. It really, really is. Because I see you when I come to different events and I see what you do. It's like it be like second nature to you. It's just and I think that a lot of people, well, I was into a video where it said you find out what you're good at and you turn that into a business. Did that have something to do with this?
It had a lot to do with it. But let me tell you this: you are, how do I want to say this? You are birthed at your lowest and your weakness points, because
Wow.
God already sees something in you and know that it's in you, but you don't have a clue. So I was at
Mm.
my lowest point, literally thinking I don't even have a money for a bottle of water unless my daughter buys me some water. So I literally made my first bouquet from dollar flowers. And when I sold it and made the profit, and everybody was talking about how gorgeous they are, of course, I don't do that now. I have come up with another secret. I make flowers out of t-shirts. And a lot of people, they don't understand. Yeah, that's why they look so, the ones that you saw last event they were made out of t-shirts. And so now I've mastered this skill by the grace of God, and I just sell them all over the world. And they never lose their color. They don't use their shine. They don't dwindle, dry up, do anything. So
Wow.
it was God in the midst of that. So now I tell you, show me your wedding dress, what you're gonna wear, and I'll design you a flower to match your dress. And I bet you your flower will not look like any other bride's flower, because it's
Oh,
designed, it's created to look like your dress.
wow.
So that's what
Wow.
we do. Mhm.
My God. I had a lot of questions for you. I really did. I really did. But when you say you make flowers out of t-shirts, I mean, that's amazing. That is amazing. That
They're
is
made out of
amazing.
material, and you go and you buy them, and it's an interesting process. But I mean,
Wow.
I love it. And I didn't think to even display any or show it in the background. I'm getting ready to do 4 big events and have to start making these flowers. But yeah, everything that if you were to hire Lavish Occasion will be custom designed specifically for you.
Mm.
So your wedding, Rita, will be designed specifically for
Hey,
you.
hey.
When she's got that beautiful smile. She's just on that smile.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Look, I'm calling on you.
So Miss Tiffany says she's getting married in August. Okay, Miss Tiffany, we got you. But
Yeah.
you have to just go
Yeah.
online. Of course, Lavish Occasions is on Facebook. It's on it's not Twitter. What's the other one? Instagram. And then
Uh-huh.
Bouquets by Lavish Occasions. So everything's out there. It's easy to find. You can look at all the pictures, and we go all over. People fly me out and flown to Michigan and everywhere, because I not only do all of the decor and everything, I coordinate the weddings too. So the brides will get everything you need. The only thing you have to do is show up. And of
Mm.
course, make sure your groom shows up. but everything else will be done for you.
Oh, awesome.
Uh, um, do you? I already know the answer, but I want to ask it. Because some people I've been at different entertainment places and they rent their stuff from different places. Tell us about you, what you do.
Lavish Occasions again has been blessed by God. We own our own stuff. We are also vendors for other companies. And because I own my own inventory, I can keep the prices low for most of our family and our friends and our people. Let's just be honest about it.
Yeah.
And so that's why a lot of people choose Lavish Occasions, because we have everything for you in a one-stop shop that you will need. The
Wow.
only thing we don't do is food, but I have caterers that I can refer you to. I have DJs on my payroll. We do everything for you. We'll hire everybody for you. Again, the only thing you need to do is show up for your special day. I give you timelines. I work out everything for you. Just show up for your special day. And if you're not there at the time that I tell you to be there, I'm going to send somebody to get you for your special day. So there's no excuse why you're not there.
Listen, and let me tell y'all something. It's
Awesome.
no joke. It's no joke, baby, because listen, when I walked into Apostle Anniversary, honey, when I walked into what is your Exodus? I mean, it felt like you were walking into a banquet for royalty. Beautiful tablecloths, beautiful. I mean, it was beautiful. It was beautiful. And so like Tiffany says she Tiffany, baby, look, I'm gonna be posting her information on the page as well. Now, let's talk about colors. Let's just get girly right quick. What are your favorite colors? What's your favorite colors to decorate with? What is?
Any color. I believe, no, seriously, I will. Every time somebody go, well, I like orange, I like blue, I like gold. What color would you put with it? Tell me what you like, and I will put together you an arrangement. I believe any two colors go together. It's no such thing as, oh, this doesn't go with that. It's how you put them together. And
Oh,
I'm all for color, and I put them all together, and I mix and match.
hmm.
And let me
So
tell you one thing
I'm
for what
listening.
works for lavish occasion that no everybody won't think about, but they're going to think about it from today forward. Think about our eyes and look across the room at that picture. You're going to see different things at different levels, different angles. That's how God fixed our vision to work. When you walk into a room and everything's flat, that's boring to you. If you walk into a room and you see this design and this one, that one, that excites your pupils.
Yeah.
That's what make any wedding gorgeous. If you just follow the two things that God gave you, which is your eyes.
Wow.
And you can
Wow.
put together a multitude of colors, and no matter what color, and they will all look good. So all colors are my favorite.
So let me just throw this out here. So I know you're good at interior design for houses as well.
I do. I do. But because my passion and what I really like to do is wedding and real estate, because those two things give me that pow factor on the end. I've done a couple of homes and I've made flower arrangements for the home, but people's homes are a little bit different than their weddings and their,
True.
buying that house.
That's true. That's true.
So, I mean, I'll make you a nice flower arrangement that's standing in that corner, but I will even give you free color swatches for your house.
um, again, slip my mind. Hold on, let me bring Rita back in. Rita's back. All right, all right.
Rita's eating. She's not fooling anybody. Rita over there eating.
No, I couldn't hear. So I had to go out
Oh,
and come back in. I don't know, something went on with the connection,
okay.
but I was eating.
Welcome back, Miss Rita.
What was okay? Tell us about your if you can, your favorite wedding, um, Yeah, your favorite wedding. Tell us about that.
Actually, all of them are my favorite. There has not been two that are exactly alike. And that's one thing when you look at Lavish Occasions page, you won't see two weddings that look exactly alike. Because what I do is I take Rita's dream, for example, and I make it Rita's dream. Where Rita's dream is probably different than Apostle Daniel's dream. So I don't really have a favorite. I love them all. Now, the venues themselves, that right there can make a difference in your wedding. And the last one that I did was in Crosby, Texas, overlooking this lake. It was absolutely gorgeous. And there was 200 stairs coming down from the top to the bottom. And I told that bride, don't miss one, not a one, because we won't be able to pick you up, but we can get you down there and we can decorate it from the top to the bottom. And I mean, it's with the big waterfalls in the back. That was a
Yeah.
gorgeous venue. It
Oh
was a
my.
girl's dream. And
Oh,
the dressing rooms were made of silver and like a soft pink. It was gorgeous. I put those pictures all over my page. But I have
so have
favorite
you?
venues, but not favorite weddings.
Oh, okay. Have you ever had any outrageous requests?
Yeah. Oh yeah. But me being the professional, I have to keep a straight face, and if that's what you want, sure, we can make your dreams come true.
To make it happen.
Oh
Rita,
yeah.
you got any questions?
She's
Look,
afraid of that, but we're
uh,
gonna get her there.
we got you. We look. She already got you, Rita, for your wedding, baby.
That's what I was been. Look, we praying about this thing at least in the next year or two. Lord
Yeah.
help us.
No, don't
Hey,
put the time
glory,
limit
glory.
on. We ain't going out to no year or two. We're gonna touch you now. Hey.
Oh
In the
yes,
name of
we
Jesus. In the name of, hey, glory. In the name of Jesus. And we bind up our wolves.
Yes.
We bind them up.
yes.
Yeah.
In Jesus' name.
In Jesus'
Be
Good.
name.
specific. My only tells you to be specific when you tell
Yes.
God what you want. Be specific. Other than that, don't put a time limit on it. Giving yourself 2
Right.
years. He may have that man knocking at your door tomorrow.
Oh yes. Hallelujah.
Hey, I'm with it.
Good.
So
I
yeah.
just need to be
I just
open
want
to
to
the.
test. I just want to
Hmm.
test. Yes, yes. Okay, so I always like to end with some a word of encouragement that you may give someone that's listening right now and hearing how God led you into your passion. What would be a word of encouragement you would share with that person that's right there at that moment where they are, trying to figure it out?
Oh, I have several words, and thank you for asking that question. The first one is don't give up. We make our biggest mistake because we feel like we have to start it from a corner in our home. Well, that corner in my home eventually took over the living room, eventually took over the dining room, eventually took over the guest bedroom. My husband drew the line at our room, then it went upstairs. So, and God just kept growing it and growing it and growing it. And the other frustration being a small business owner is that one day you just feel overwhelmed that you don't have the support of your family and friends. And what
Mhm.
God told me was, you don't need them because I have all these other people out here and all these other sheep that need your service. And then it just kept going.
My
And if I'm going to tell a true testimony, I have at least 12 family members that bought a house this year, but they feel like, well, we don't want our family member in our finances. That's why I shared that part that realtors are not in your finances, but God still blessed me to sell 53 more with the friends and the neighbors down the road. So don't
Come
ever
on.
give up on a plan that God have for you. Yes, it's going to get frustrated. You're going to feel overwhelmed, and you can start it at the corner of your home. You don't need a big 12-story building. It's wherever
Huh.
God tell you to start it at. That's where you
Just
need to start.
start.
And it's
Yeah.
gonna start small, and before you know it, it's gonna be done took over everything. And I'm a true witness to that.
Wow.
Yes. That's
So
awesome.
you just have to step out on faith. I did.
That's a word to me. I ain't one of them people that, I got pride. No, I'm gonna tell you, this was a word for me tonight because when you, like you say, when you got family, you really want to, go ahead to really checkmate. He said, this ain't it. Well, he said, you need to be doing what I told you to do. You worried about the wrong thing.
Yeah.
You got
Yeah.
the wrong thing.
Mhm.
He said, I wake you up. I
Yeah.
give you vision. I supply what you need to get it done. I need you to focus on me. You know,
Yeah.
that's a powerful word that you just shared.
That's
Oh,
awesome.
it's the truth, because we as humans, we would give up a long time ago if we relied on our family and friends. No, seriously, and everybody else. You better do what God tell you to do. And if He
Come
tell
on,
you to go knock on that neighbor door next door and say, "Hey, if nothing else, here's a glass of water." You don't know what that person may need that water for. If He tell you
come
to do
on.
it, do it. It could be in, reinvesting back into your business or something that you have. So
Yeah,
I just tell people don't ever give up. And if He gave you that vision, you need to be doing it.
I
Because
know
God
Right.
that's
just
right.
going to give His visions out. If He gave it to you, you need to get up and do it. And
And
lavish is a God's gift.
we have a comment from Tiffany. She said, "I did, and people are getting pillows left and right." Now,
They,
yeah, Tiffany is one of our supporters. She's on here every week.
And
And Tiffany's not lying. When she started making pillows and she just started posting them, and
Mhm.
people just start, she look, buying the pillows. See, I always tell people, hey, stop looking at what you don't have and work with what you got.
Right,
Work with what you got.
right.
God will send the increase in a minute, but use your faith and work with your little bit. Use
She
that
may have
faith.
started out with one stencil and one pillow, and now her whole thing is a lot of stencils, a lot of pillows. You better do what God tell you to do when He tell you to do it.
Come on. Come on. Come
wow.
on.
It's just how it
Now,
is.
I know you want to say something now, Rita.
Yes, ma'am. I love it. I love it. It's very inspiring and encouraging to never give up because as a business owner, yeah, it's get frustrated, you get overwhelmed, and you always thinking like, I need this, I need that, I need to be able to do it. And it's so easy to give up. But
Yeah.
just to know that when we speak with people like you and your business has prospered, and it shows that if you don't give up, you got to keep going no matter what. No matter when God open doors, walk in them. Don't
Yeah,
allow fear to cripple you, because fear will cripple you, and the door is open and you can't move. But
right.
it's like, okay, you have to go in. You have to just keep striving and keep going. And
Mhm.
I'm very inspired by that. Your business, your testimony on tonight, because like I said, as business owner, entrepreneurs, we all striving, and it's not easy. I was telling somebody that earlier, it's not easy. No
No,
matter what type of business you have, or organization or leadership, organization, whatever it is that you have, it's not easy,
no,
especially when you're doing it by yourself and you don't have the support of family and friends all the time. But God, like you said, God was like, I'll send you the people. Don't worry about who's not
right,
supporting you.
right.
Worry about who is
Who
supporting
is?
you,
Yeah,
Yeah.
who's supporting you, and
Look.
keep going in the vision. Don't, because that's when we get distracted. When we start
Yeah.
looking at, oh, well, that's
you're
a
right.
distraction.
You're
Yeah.
right.
Because then you look at you done took your focus in another direction where no, I'm okay. God will bless you with the clients that He wants to bless you with.
Yes, He
Yeah.
will.
And it's not always the people that's closest to you, and that's okay too.
Right.
Yeah.
And we have to just learn to be okay. Okay, let me not focus on who's not doing well, who's not supporting, who's not. Focus on who is,
Right.
Yeah.
and then focus on that God will provide.
Right.
And that's all we need to know, and to never give up. And I am blessed to hear your story on tonight, because it gave me strength, it gave me courage to continue on, and just to don't give up no matter how hard it get. God
Well,
gave you the
if
wisdom.
God has blessed your business, when people buy from you, and then you have blessed them. It's just like the
Mm.
Right.
weddings that I do, most of those women, it's how do I say this? It's not just me doing weddings. It is a what word am I looking for, Apostle Daniels? This is
Um.
my walking, so to speak. I go in there and I pray for them. Those that want other things, I pray for them to have other things. This one
Yeah.
girl that doubted God's will, when I touched her belly and she had that baby 10 months later down the road, she knew then that God was real. So this right here is
It's
it's a walk.
ministry.
It's a spiritual walk. It's right. It's a ministry for me. It's not
Right.
just doing weddings. Because I
Yeah.
tell them,
Right.
if you want anybody else, you can. But if you want somebody to pray for you while you're
Yeah.
going through this journey, then you need lavish occasions because we are
Yeah.
praying for you as you do it.
Yeah. I
Right.
always call it a divine appointment. You're not meeting people for no reason. People,
Right.
and when you and like and when you understand that, that'll change when you get up to do your business, you know, when you get up to get into that and do your little bit for it. I don't care if it's just 10 minutes you spend on it. Put something into
Yeah.
your business. You
Yeah.
got a lot of folks, they go 2 or 3 days. I'm gonna tell y'all, when I was hit with depression when I started my business, depression had hit me. I was sleeping.
Yeah.
People were but watch this. People was ordering stuff from me,
While you
and
sleeping.
I would go lay down. I'm serious because I was so stuck on support, right? I was so stuck on other stuff till God was sending in the blessings, and I was too busy sleeping. You
Mm-hmm.
know. So God he had to shake me. He had to shake me and say, "Girl, listen, you got to operate in integrity. You got
Yeah.
to be a steward over what I give you.
Yeah.
These people are waiting on you. You never know who I need you to talk to, and you ain't even there.
Right.
I gotta come on. God, these
Right.
people we run into, those are appointments that God has set up for us,
That's true.
and it's a powerful thing. God is using you in moments of people's lives when they're getting ready to become one with something. That's a powerful
That's
situation. That's a
powerful.
powerful thing.
It
And,
really is.
it's a very, very blessed call, because a lot of folk can't handle a bridezilla and a
But here, lady,
okay,
there's more groomzillas than bridezillas. I have to throw that out there.
please.
These men, I'm just like, can you get out of the mirror just long enough for the bride to get in there just a little bit? But I don't know. It's kind of funny. But
Well, I know I have enjoyed our talk with you tonight.
I've
Um,
enjoyed it.
Woo! This is my sis. Y'all. This is my sis. Look, I always tell people when I meet people, connect with people, God is just showing me my siblings. He's just bringing me into my family. And so I just want to say thank you for coming on tonight. I want you to take a brief moment again to share where people can find you, get in contact with you, um, for whether it be real estate or whether it be lavish occasions. So just go ahead and share.
For those who are interested in real estate, it is Jackie Curry with Key Harbor Properties. It's on Facebook, and the phone number is 713-657-0503. Lavish Occasions is also under Jackie Curry, that same phone number, but there are Lavish Occasions on Facebook as well as Instagram, and also Bouquets by Lavish Occasions. So, Apostle Daniel, I really want to thank you for having me. And Miss Reed, I want to thank you because your smile just kept me going the whole time when I was talking.
Thank you.
So,
It's good to have
sometimes
you.
we just have to encourage each other. And I really, really enjoyed it.
Yes.
Awesome, awesome. Rita, do you have any closing remarks before
Um, I just want to say thank you guys for joining us today. Thank you, Miss Jackie, for joining us and sharing your story. It was very, like I said earlier, it was very inspiring and very encouraging for us as business owners to keep us going, to keep us encouraged. And one thing that I try to do, I try to network with other women because, a lot of time we all be on life support in our businesses and won't come
Oh,
together. And so
Yeah.
we when we come together and we hear each other's stories, we know that God is real and we know that God is able to, he can do it for you. He can surely do it for me. And it keep us all encouraged if we work together, networking, and just, keep each other encouraged and keep each other uplifted and going and praying for each other businesses. It's not what I tell people. It's not about me. It's not about you, but it's all about the ministry. It's all about what God put us on this earth to do as a purpose. So I just want to say thank you for sharing your story that encouraged us. And I will be looking you up on Facebook because look, I'm looking into getting me a house and a wedding. Yes, ma'am.
And you will see both out there.
The power of life and death is in my tongue. So I speak it, by faith that God is about to do a good thing.
And when he calls
so
tomorrow, don't
look,
hang up on him.
Yeah. Yeah.
say it again.
Oh, glory.
I
Hallelujah.
say when he called tomorrow, don't hang up on him. Whoever you've been hanging up on, don't hang up on them tomorrow. Ah!
Come on.
Yes, man, I
my
need to
word.
answer them calls, huh? There is a couple of people I've been ignoring.
Oh, God, in your business tonight.
Ooh, Lord have mercy. Look, it's time to get off this call.
Oh, no, it ain't. It ain't over till God says it's over. Amen.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you for joining us tonight. It was a pleasure.
Thank you.
Well, we look, I mean on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, in the group, on the page, wherever you are. We want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. Make sure that you share this show with someone. Earlier in the show, you heard some good information to take that fear out of your heart. It's time for you to own a house. Come on, stop paying for somebody else's house and own a house. We love you all. Thank you all. Thank you once again, Jackie, for coming on here and blessing us tonight. We love you all. Good night.
Good night.
Holding on, Jackie's